Welcome back to Purple Sector, and we got a special start of a new sub-series. We're doing hot laps. The whole point of us doing hot laps is to do a quicker episode. Kind of like a short, but maybe a little longer, kind of an in-betweener, but rapid fire questions, maybe a fun game or test knowledge, whatever we kind of want to do. Something fun. So I got some questions for Kyle and a little character building, we'll say. He'll find out. And yeah, it's supposed to be fun, quick, just a good time. So let's get started. You ready?
Do it.
All right. Which rule would you change tomorrow if you could change one?
It's got to be the engine, right? We got to go back to V8s. Ideally V12s. I will settle for V8s.
All right. So not what we have.
Yeah, not this.
Would you rather be a teammate with Max or Lewis?
Man, that's tough.
We'll say over the entirety of their career.
Jeez. I think Max. I think Lewis would be equally challenging during the height of his career. But I think personality-wise, I would get along pretty well with Max.
Yeah.
And I think he would definitely push me to be a better racer. I think I'm losing both battles, though.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a win, but I think I'd agree with you on that one. We won't get into my opinion though. So, would you rather watch one incredible race or an entire season of average races? That's a tough one.
It's tough.
It's a lot of
just
races.
because, well, we're in week 1 of a 5-week gap, and I'm already missing it. So the idea of having one great race, and then what do you get one more the next year? But I also don't want a whole season of snoozers. This is a lose-lose.
Yeah, you have like a Sao Paulo 2024.
Let's go one great race. At least there's
Okay.
something to talk about.
All right. Would you rather have every race at night or every race in the rain?
At night.
Okay.
Cars look thick at nighttime, especially when you get special liveries. I think I've said it before that Mercedes Singapore 2024 livery was fire under the lights. So more of that. I like a good rain race, but not every race.
Less chaos. Which two drivers would make the funniest podcast together?
Gotta be Max, because he just doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, it'd be raw.
He already streams.
And he's
too.
funny.
He's pretty funny. Who to pair him with?
And if we could bring people from the past, it'd be Danny Rick, but
That would actually be a blast. Yeah. Reunite the Red Bull boys. Leclerc, maybe? I know he streams. He's got some funny quotes.
Yeah.
Lando, we could be world champions. In his banana costume.
that's good. Okay, so Charles and Max.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Which driver would be the funniest to swap in a NASCAR for one race? One race.
Is every answer just going to be Max? I would love for Max to come to NASCAR and just shit on everyone.
All right,
Particularly Kyle Larson.
Yes, let's pit him. All right, let's take Max out of it for the NASCAR one.
Yeah. Yuki.
He's a reserve driver.
This small little Asian guy driving around with fat Americans.
It's pretty good.
He's got the weight advantage.
Oh man, where I lost my place now. Team orders or let them race.
Oh, Papaya rules, baby. No.
Oh, and we're ending the podcast.
Yeah. I think there's a time and a place for him. But if we have to go black and white, I'm going to say let him race.
Okay, it's more entertaining.
Yeah.
Most likely surprise podium this year.
I am rooting.
That could be anything.
I'm rooting for an Audi podium because I need it for my bingo, my F1 bingo. That's the last one.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go Bortoletto though. Hulkenberg got his roses last year. It's time for Bortoletto to be on the podium.
Bortoletto. Okay, cool. We got specific. So team, I'll give you team Audi Bortoletto for the racer. This question goes with a little bit of news. So Lance announced a GT3 intro.
Stay there.
What?
Lance should stay there.
Oh, I was like, wait a second. So does Lance or Alonso retire first?
Um, the way this season's going, I could see Alonso retiring at the end of the season. What do I hope happens? I hope Aston figures it out. I hope Lawrence realizes his son's maybe not cut out for it or doesn't have his heart in it, and he goes on and races GT3, and they bring in, I don't know, Fittipaldi or Vesti or someone else, one of their previous reserve drivers or a rookie from F2.
All right, so go to GT, stay there. Cool. All right, so the character building. Let's build the perfect F1 driver. You cannot reuse anyone for these qualities. So I don't know if you need to write them down or do notes or whatever.
I've got a list, so just keep me on track. Keep me honest.
Racecraft.
Racecraft.
Do you want me to announce them all first?
No, well,
I gave you a list, but didn't tell you what we were doing. So
no, I like going into it blind. Racecraft. I'm gonna go Lewis.
Okay, Lewis.
Yeah. Holding out on a few others that I think are coming.
Consistency. Talking banger lap after banger lap after banger lap.
I was taking it more about like consistency in results.
Okay.
And so immediately my head went to Oscar or George.
Okay. Yeah, we can look at it that way. I'm cool with that.
If I have to choose one, I'm going to go Oscar just because I think there's a different spot I want George.
All right. Qualifying, 1 lap pace.
It's got to be Mr. Qualifying himself, Charles Leclerc.
I like it. Charles, Banana Boy. All right, this is where it gets fun. Wet weather.
Max. Hands down. Max. I may regret putting him there, but...
Strategy.
Let's go the riverboat gambler, George Russell.
This is the one stop.
This is the one stop. I burned him in Spa, but he's won races like that before.
And then we will end it with instinct.
Instinct. In what way?
Oh, that's a lot of things. Let's kind of go with, man, you've used some people too. Like kind of waiting, being patient, making the right move at the right time. You know, just kind of knowing timing.
Tactfulness. Yeah. Signs. I feel like Sainz, that's a deep pull, but I think Sainz has had some moments where he's kind of hung back until he saw an opportunity and he strikes. So
yeah, I wasn't even thinking Sainz, but I like that. I was kind of thinking Alonso. It's a patient man.
Yeah, a few years ago maybe.
If we had a patience category,
yeah,
you pop them in there. Let's do so everyone can hear it. Racecraft Lewis, consistency Oscar, qualifying pace Charles, wet weather Max, strategy George, and instinct Sainz. If we threw a fun one in there, who would you put for aggressiveness? Elbows out.
Liam Lawson.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Cue the theme song.
Liam Lawson, if he sees Checo Perez on track. All right, so
Yeah.
we got our
I mean, the way the
driver.
Lindbad defends, he might be the next guy up.
Dude's taking on the legend himself. All right, so got our driver built. Do one more quick question before we finish up. What is your boldest prediction for Miami? We've got 5 weeks.
For Miami.
Yep.
Someone other than Mercedes wins the race.
Okay. Someone other than Mercedes wins the race. All right.
It's been a McLaren track the last few years. Maybe they can figure it out in these few weeks, close the gap to Mercedes, maybe get a little luck from the weather, maybe a safety car. Make it interesting.
And we will see. Thank you for joining us on Hot Laps. Okay, bye.